Hello, welcome to another video out here on the boat. Now today's going to be a little bit different because I'm trying to make a video on shrimp netting and how to shrimp net, how to sort the catch, how to tow the net, things like that. So that's what today's video is going to be. I am going to put some rods out later, see if I can pick up some fish, but I think I'll perhaps leave that and separate the videos so that, you know, if you only want to watch one, you can just watch that video. I'm just running out now through the estuary. I apologise, today I've come out on my own, so the filming angles may be slightly different to usual, but I have got a body cam, I've got a GoPro, things like that, so I'm going to try and make something work. So yeah, I'm just going out to set up a drift, and then I'll explain the net, we'll get it fishing and take you through it. Right, well I've got a drift going now. So first of all, let's take a look at the net, shall we? I've got a bit of a side swell, so as I say, you might see the boat rocking a bit because I'm going to try and put the camera somewhere so it can film me, but let's have a look at the net. Okay, so I think the easiest way is if I do it like this and just hold the camera. So I'm going to talk you through the net in case you want to make your own. So first of all, it's all made the frame out of this PVC piping. You can see quite clearly. I've done black on the bottom so I know not to cast it away upside down. Drill holes in it. It's going to get water in, you may as well just bite the bullet and drill holes in it. Now to get the frame to sink, what I've done is line this bottom pipe with lead. This bottom black pipe is also filled with lead. Okay, so you've got that to carry the net down. Next, I've used this wiring. I don't know if you can see that metal wire that attaches the actual mesh of the net to the frame, which is connected at the top with one of those I don't know what you call that, one of those electrician things that you find behind your light switches. That connects the wire, so I can then wrap the mesh round, run the wire through, and that's how I've attached it to the frame. And then I've just, as I say, zip tied the lead onto the bottom like that, and that's all it is. Cod end runs down, and I've just used a little bit of blue rope just to tie that up so I can untie it easily. That's all it is. That's how you make a shrimp net. Takes a bit of getting used to because, you know, you've got to get it fishing right, so you need to accurately get the weight, the amount of lead and things right like that. And then that's all it is. It's a very simple design, and it works quite well, as you should see now. For attaching the net to the boat, I've also run 4 ropes of equal length from either corner. They're spliced on, and then I've tied bow ends and simply carabined them together to my main line. Out first, followed by the frame. Now it's very important. It's very important you release that net out under tension. If you don't keep tension on the rope, the cod end can fold back up into the frame and the net won't fish correctly. That's fishing spot on. Now with a stick, just keep in touch with the depth as I trawl, so I know exactly how the bottom is, and I get used to where my stick hits. A fish finder makes life easier, but I prefer to just keep exactly in touch, because you can feel it in your hand. If it comes a tiny bit shallower or deeper, you can feel exactly what's going on.
In terms of speed, walking pace is as fast as is required to catch brown shrimp. For me, this means that when I'm running with the tide, I have to use only about a quarter throttle on the outboard. If you go faster, you tend to pick up more flatfish, but it may not be as efficient in terms of catching shrimp. It's also necessary to drop the speed if you find yourself suddenly coming to deeper water, as it's important to keep the net on the bottom and not drag it up.
Okay, well we're going to try and pull the net in now. I'm not sure how the audio is going to work because I'm trying this body cam out that I've got. So what I'm going to say before I turn into the wind is that it's very important to keep moving when you're pulling your shrimp net in, like we're about to do. You'll see we're moving along there. Now, if I was to stop, everything pinned to the back of my net by the water current would it then be able to escape and drift out. So what I'm going to do is keep moving, but you do have to throttle down unless you're like crazy strong. To pull a net like this in, bear in mind mine's only a small shrimp net as well. It is a bit of effort. So we'll throttle down now and see if we get anything. Just run out of the way. Right, let's take a look at our catch. And I'm hoping this is going to work. And we're going to be able to see. So, as you can see, in here, I'll take the phone out. Again, I've kind of got quite a sloppy sea, so things are going to be a bit sway in this tank. I'm going to try and get the GoPro in here soon, but we've got all sorts. There's a little velvet swimming crab there. We've done alright on the shrimps. It was quite a short set, so we've obviously not expected too many. We've got this little juvenile place. I suspect that one's a place too. And then we've got these little weaver fish and this little, I believe that's a sprat, I think, that one there. So I'll try and get the GoPro on them and get some footage of them, and then we can talk about them. Well, unfortunately, I think the GoPro has run out of battery, unfortunately, so we'll just have to use the phone, but that's alright. Talk you through the catch. So the best thing to do with weaver fish is I've got these cellar tongs. It's dead easy to just scoop them out. Can't say that it's easy, because you don't want to kill them. A lot of people do kill them just because they're toxic, and that's not fair. Get them out and then pop them back in the water. Okay, I got the weaver fish out, so now we can go through the rest of the catch a bit more relaxed. This guy, that's a little sprat. We'll pop him back because he's still alive, but that, if you were bass fishing, would be a perfect little live bait. We've then got the juvenile place. Get him in the sun. That's a nice fish to see. It's completely undersized, that's the fish of the future, so we'll put that back too. This one is a little flounder. Get him back. And then we've got a little velvet swimming crab, again a juvenile, so we'll put that straight back. And these are our shrimp. Not as many as I thought. We're going to do another trawl, but I'll show you how to riddle through your shrimp now. So if you are going shrimping, it's very important to have one of these. This is a shrimp riddle, standard size mesh, sort of gaps between the bars, so that you know when a shrimp you're taking is legal. So now we know that those shrimp remaining on there are our legal off-size ones, and we can take those to eat. Well, here's the second haul. That's a great haul. Look at that beautiful Dover sole there. If I can pick him up. That's that fish is over legal size, so I think we might take that one to eat. I've got a few sole we might go back actually, but I do have a friend that likes these, so we'll keep hold of them. We've also got the tiny little sole there, still a Dover sole. Then we've got these little plaice here, a few more shrimps, and then we've got some interesting roundfish this time. You can see the slop I've got to deal with right now. We've got a little juvenile white in there. Again, that would be ideal live bait for a bass. Couldn't be more better. And we've also got, and this is one of the first times I've seen these in this estuary, a little sea scorpion fish. I think that's what it is. I might have to ask some friends on the idea of that one, because that looks quite interesting. But I think it's a little sea scorpion. Is it a little sea scorpion? I think so. I've got some friends I can ask, but we'll pop them in the tray for now and get the shrimps riddled. What an interesting little haul.
Turns out this was a species of fish called a pog, a small spiny fish which buries itself in the shingle and so was picked up in the trawl. I then moved back up tide to try a third trawl, which proved to be the best yet.
Well, I've got the net out now for a third trawl. Probably just worth me saying, on an ethics note, this isn't like trawling like you see on Trawlerman, where we're dragging gear across the bottom. We are doing that, and we are bumping the bottom where the shrimps live, because they are benthic animals, meaning they live in the sand. But because we're on sandbanks, if I just show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that's the exact same substrate that we're trolling the net along. So any damage we do with this net will be gone realistically within one tide. If you walk along a beach and your footprints are there, the next tide they're gone. That's all it is. So it's not like we're ruining the ecosystem or anything. So ethically, it's nothing to worry about. So I hope by doing this it gives you some idea. Maybe some of you guys might want to build yourself a net, and also you don't need a boat to do this. I have come down at low tide on my bike when I was a kid and just dragged this around in waders, and it's hard work, but if you can pull that 100 metres in knee depth water, you'd be amazed what you can catch. So I would encourage people to have a go, and let me know if you do. If you're into fishing, obviously this isn't a video for you, but it's quite nice, it's quite interesting to see what you pull up. Well, we've had a way more fruitful haul this time. Loads of crabs, big weavers, a couple of little flatfish, and then this beautiful plaice and a load of shrimps. We'll get some water in and take a look at them.
In this clip you can see the black spiny dorsal fin that the weaver fish is keeping erect in defence.
Make sure we get those weaver fish removed so we can work safely with the rest of the catch. Well, if we look at the flatfish first, we've got these two juvenile Dover sole here. Hopefully you can see those. Tiny little baby Dover sole. Not very old at all. Lovely little fish. That one might be easier to see. We've then got some juvenile plaice, like these. And then we've got this beautiful larger plaice. Now this one is going to go back. We are going to give this one the benefit of the doubt. However, this fish would unfortunately be over the legal size, whereas really we don't keep fish that size because I like to give them a chance because they're young. But you could eat it if you really needed to. Well, that's all the flatfish removed. Now I just wanted to take a look at some of the crabs, because we've actually got two species. You'll see this one is your common shore crab, which has Carcinus Minnaeus, I believe. Pop him in there. And I can show you the difference between him and we've got in here a little velvet swimming crab, just like we got on the first troll. Show you. There we go. Note how he's got those swimming paddles. Oh, sorry. There we go. These swimming paddles here at the back. These little dudes, which the Carcinus don't have quite as pronounced swimming pads. There you go. You can accurately see the difference now. Carcinus, in this case, is bigger, but the velvets do get just as big. Yeah, and we've got loads of those Carcinus in there. Quite a different size. I'll show you as well. Some are sort of greeny underneath, whereas some are sort of, I think this is a good one, more orangey underneath. A lot of people think that's male and female. That's not true. Although I think that was the case actually in these. But what it actually is how close the crab is to molting its shell. Couldn't tell you which stage is green and which is orange, but I know it's something to do with that. Now we do have some other really interesting things in here. Just like most shrimp trawls, that's why I like doing this, because you get some really crazy things. The first is this, which you might think is just a twig. That's actually a pipefish. Couldn't tell you which species. But it's actually a fish. I believe they're quite closely related to seahorses, although I'm not too sure about that. We've also got in here this little fish, which isn't a weaver fish. Now, again, hard to identify. I think that is a species of goby. If I can find out, I'll pop it in either in voiceover as a little note, but I think that's a species of sand goby or something. I certainly don't think it's a Blenia ishani. Up in there. And we've also got another one of these little things that I keep calling sea scorpions, but to me they don't quite look right for a sea scorpion. So I'll find out what they are and include that too. There we go. Proper interesting what little things you find. And we've also got a ton of shrimps, which I'll get to riddling now. Bit of a bigger haul to riddle this time. Well, that's it for today. We've had a great day shrimping. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it was a bit helpful to you. Now, shrimping on your own in a boat can be a bit hectic and it takes a bit of getting used to. You can be sort of ropes flying everywhere and getting tangled and stuff, so it is worth being careful. It does limit you. You can't potentially wear your kill cord, so always make sure you're wearing a life jacket, things like that. But yeah, I hope that's been of some help to you. Any questions at all, feel free to pop them in the comments. I'll talk about anything. And yeah, I'm going to go home and cook up my haul of shrimp. It's not very much, but not to worry. I hope to see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.